Say what you want about the feet covers, I like them. Meh. Guys, he's my friend. Welcome back, y'all. Hi. It's another book video, and guess what type of book video it is? It is another monthly wrap-up. I'm recording this on my front camera, so it's not as good quality as I would like it to be, and the lighting sucks. So sorry. But I simply am running out of storage on my phone, and I don't want to record this whole video and realize, oh, we didn't record anything. So that is what we are doing now. This is my May reading wrap-up. I read 5 books in the month of May. It's currently May 31st, so I literally am recording this very second because I finished a book today, and I know I'm not going to finish another one before the end of May, so I thought, you know, why not just go ahead and record it today? Yes. These are all the books I read, and I really kind of disappointed because I wanted to really up my reading game for the month of May because I finally don't have school to worry about. However, I read some really big, chunky books, so like, it's okay. I don't have my laptop with me, so I can't give you guys the proper analytics for the month, but I know my ratings, and I know what I think about them most importantly, so let's begin. Firstly, I read first book I finished in the month of May. I think I started this actually in April, but I think it technically finished in May because it was coming up on May on my story graph, so don't say anything. Daisy Hates in the Great Undoing. I rated this book a 5 stars, obviously. I haven't been in the Magnolia Park universe for a while because I finished Into the Dark like at the very beginning of the month. And I miss my bays, I can't even lie, I really miss them. Might be craving a reread by the end of the summer. But yes, I rated this book a 5 stars. I loved it. I love Daisy. I'm so excited for the next book whenever that comes out for more of Daisy and Christian's story. More importantly, Daisy, because Christian, meh. Daisy, Julian, I love them. And I love being able to see like Magnolia and BJ like in the background of this, especially with after the events at Into the Dark. Oh my god, I really don't have much to say on this because I did read this like at the very beginning of the month, but 5 stars. It was wonderful, and it's also in the middle of a series, so I can't really tell you anything, and I don't really remember what happens. However, it was gorgeous, beautiful, lyrical as always, and kind of short. I was kind of disappointed, but it's fine. Next book I read, completely started and finished in May, was this beast, Magnolia Park's Into the Dark, all like, what, 700 pages of it. This book, editing Grace, insert some pictures here of me reading the book. I cried all the time during this book. I was crying by the beginning of the book, by the middle of the book, the end of the book. I was sobbing my eyeballs out. It was actually, I rated 5 stars. Also, by the way, obviously, I think low-key, I don't know, like, I want to say this might have been my favorite Magnolia Parks book, but I know that's not true. But it just, like, stuck with me so much. Like, I don't know, one, this cover I think is stunning and gorgeous. Say what you want about the feet covers, I like them. Unpopular hot take. But I just, like, so many quotes in this book. I was constantly reaching for my phone to take a picture of quotes. Like, if I wasn't filming with my phone, I would give you quotes. But, like, oh my god, like, it was devastating, like, somehow I was feeling bad for both Magnolia and BJ, just like understanding their story. I don't want to give anything away, but like understanding their story and like everything that got them, and the ending was beautiful ending. It was like actually everything I could have wanted as an ending for Magnolia and BJ is what I got in Into the Dark. I loved it. I know there's people love it or hate it, but I loved it. And just like the dedication, I actually just posted this on my Instagram. To anyone whom the more stingy parts of this book resonate with, anyone who's grieved or is grieving or has lost or is losing, anyone who worries about the black empty nothingness, ... everything is going to be okay. Okay, with a little heart. Oh my god, Jessa, why'd you do that to me? Like, I feel like this book wasn't really about them. It was more about like grief, and that really like struck a chord with me for personal reasons. So like, it was beautiful, gorgeous, and I loved it. And I don't want to say any more because I don't want to give any spoilers, but if you have not read the Magnolia Park series, You have to. It is character-based more than plot-based, but like the Daisy books are a little more plot-based, but I don't even care about the like gang plot that's going, crime lord plot that's going on. I care about the people. Like I feel so connected to these characters. Like these are my friends. Guys, he's my friend. Like I feel like I could just like, I feel like I need to look them up on Instagram and like text them whenever I want. Like, I don't know, there's just something about them. Next book I read was I Conquered Fatebreaker. Now I read this in like a week. I think it took me a while because it is quite lengthy. And for a long, I rated this, I think a 4.5 stars. I'll put my official rating for all of them obviously down below. I'll double check myself. But I'm pretty sure I rated this a 4.5 stars. It was a great ending. This is a part of the Realmbreaker trilogy. If you don't know Victoria Aveyard, are you new to me? Because I don't shut up about her. Red Queen is literally my favorite series. I am looking at my Red Queen collection right now. I have both the collector's editions and I have every single book in order, in gradient order, except I don't have the first one. That's a long story for another day. They are my favorite books on this planet. I don't remember a single thing that happens in them, but they are my favorite, if that makes any sense. If you know, you know. But I loved this book. And I love this trilogy. It's very much like Lord of the Rings-esque. And it was just really good. It took me a really long time to get into this, I will say. Because I probably finished Bladebreaker last September. And I read this month. It came out in February. And I took a while because I wanted to give it the time it deserved. Because I knew it was the last one. And I was like, oh, I need to. And I love Victoria's writing. And it was a chunky one. Once again, it was what, like 500 pages. It took a while to get into. That's what I was trying to say. It took a while to get into. However, then once I got into it, I read like 300 pages in one day. And then I listened to a lot of the audiobook for a couple of chapters while I was at work. And I really enjoyed the audiobook, by the way. If you have Spotify Premium, the audiobook on there, great. But it was like the ending. I'm not gonna say anything because it's way major spoilers. Like literally anything I could say about this book could be major spoilers. That seems to be a running theme in this video. Hold on so you can read it. It was so good. Also, this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. That's why it's purple and not red, because I'm a purple girl, so I had to make sure I got this one. But it was a perfect ending to this trilogy. It wasn't necessarily a happy ending, but it was a perfect ending, if that makes sense. It felt very much like the ending of like the Six of Crows duology, where it was like, this was supposed to happen, except for that one character who dies. But like, it felt just like right. And that's kind of, I think, the perfect way to end like a found family fantasy. Because this is also found family, the enemies to lovers became lovers. Let's just say that. If you know, you know. I'm gonna shut up. 4.5 stars. Next, to get out of fantasy land and heartbreak land, I picked up what I thought was gonna be a fun summer read. Abby Jimenez Just for the Summer, 5 stars. Now, this book broke me, shattered me, tore me into pieces, as I wanted it to. This is exactly what I wanted. It was a romance. It was so cute. This was my first Abby Jimenez book. I'm literally about to start Yours Truly tonight because I need something after reading my last book of the month. You'll know. This book was so cute. I know I probably should have read the other ones in this interconnected standalone series. Don't care. Don't come for me. I loved it. And I rated it 5 stars, and it was truly magical, and I haven't felt this way reading a book since I've read an Emily Henry book. And not including funny stories. Since I've read like Beach Read or Book Lovers. Like, it's just, her writing really reminds me of like Emily Henry's writing, which Emily Henry has a blurb, so it makes sense. And a lot of people compare them. They're very different, but it's so good. And I love the dual point of view. I loved it. I loved it. I ate it up. I went, and yeah, I cried. It was a lot about like parental things and like not necessarily grief, but like if you've read this book, then I don't do spoilers in my monthly reviews, so warning. If you've read it, the plot twist that happens at the end, where you find out that one thing about that character's parent, my jaw was on the ground. Like, I could not shut up about that. Like, I was telling everyone I could talk to about it. I was like, oh my god, guys, you have to hear what just happened in this book. And then I really like the ending where, you know, how the couple ends, I really appreciated and really enjoyed it. It felt very adult. If that makes sense. But yeah, you need to read this. This is like the perfect summer read. I'm officially an Abby Jimenez stan. I mean, I've only read one book, but I'm sure I'll love it. Also, I just love this cover. It's so quintessential summer, and it was beautiful. I loved it. So go read it. Also, it has trigger warnings in the front. This book I'm about to show you was my last read in May. And I finished it today, so it's really sensitive on my heart. I read Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I literally today read 350 pages of it. 70% of the book today in one sitting. I read 150 pages earlier this week and I said, I'm finishing this book before the end of May. Finished it. Guess what? Kai, 5 stars. By the way, 5 stars. Ate it up. Couldn't put it down. Lauren Roberts, thank you. Thank you for giving me exactly what I wanted. And how dare you end it like that? How dare you? Guys, if you haven't read this, you need to read it. Powerless, it's like Hunger Games meets, like, it's very similar, I will say, to Red Queen. It reminds me a lot of Red Queen, which I appreciate. I don't care about copying, guys. It's always gonna be original, like, shut up. But it reminds me a lot of Red Queen. I've seen these two, like, compared, like, if you like this, you'll like this. But also, like, Hunger Games. And also balls. It literally gave me everything I love about fantasy books and didn't include everything I hate about fantasy books, which is world building and plan. I don't care about that. I don't care about wars, guys, unless it's like ACOTAR wars, because then I was like really into it. But this, don't care. No, it gave me it's a romantasy. However, their lips never touch. It was slow burn, yet not a slow burn at the same time. Like, there was just the banter and the flirting between our two main people, Kai and Peyton. Oh my god. It's also dual POV, which I love, as we've seen. I read so many dual POV books, because Faybreaker is dual POV, Magnolia Parks is dual POV, this is dual POV. Oh my god. It's becoming more popular, and I appreciate that, because I love seeing two people's point of views. I love it. Actually, this is like everyone's point of view, but whatever. Guys, this book. I had so many moments where music lined up perfectly that I was listening to on like some playlist. It was mwah, 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 mwah. I was literally sitting here kicking and giggling my feet like a little schoolgirl. I was sitting here reading about Kai. Okay, imagine me. And I was like, oh, you can't see my feet. Pretend like you can see my, like that was me reading about Kai. Like, guys, this is my husband. I haven't had a new book boyfriend in so long, guys. I've been betrayed. I've been reading about toxic people for so long. I haven't had like a true good book boyfriend. New one just came to the club. And you know what's really disappointing? I thought Reckless came out this month. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy it tonight. I'm gonna read it. I'm so excited. July? Excuse me? But in Sarah's video, and like when she read this like forever ago, she was like giggling out loud, and I was like, there's no way. Y'all, it's so good. It is so good. And like, it just like gave me what I wanted. So basically, and it was so good because in Kai's perspective, it was just so funny because in Kai's perspective, he'd be like, oh, she's so pretty. And Peyton's like, I hate this man. Basically, it's like, she is like ordinary and she doesn't have powers, and they're killing everyone who has powers, and she gets put in these trials that are like the Hunger Games kind of, where like it's like, ooh, like you win the trial. I am not here to provide you guys summaries of these books. You can Google that on your own. Lauren Roberts is on TikTok and promotes her books like crazy. I'm not shaming you, girl. Thank you, because that's how it found me. And it was just so good. Like, I can't help it. It was just so good. I can't stop thinking about it. I finished it like 2 hours ago and I haven't stopped thinking about 1 second. I haven't stopped thinking about them for 1 singular second. No. Kai. Like, if I don't want to give you guys spoilers, but like, there was so many times, there was like a part in here where I was picking up my phone to take pictures of quotes like every literal 5 minutes. I was like, was like, oh, need a picture of that one. Need a picture of that one. And guess what? They were all Kai. For once, I actually enjoyed, I think, being in the man's perspective rather than the girl's perspective sometimes. Which is crazy. Which is crazy. That is not usually, you would never hear those words come out of my mouth. But Kai, it's just so fun to be in his head. And Peyton was just kind of like, not annoying me, but I was like, oh my God, she knows nothing. She's lying. And also usually Peyton was with Kit and hot take, I don't care about Kit. I don't care about Epilogue was in his point of view. Don't care about him. Actually, he could have disappeared off the story and I would not have blinked an eye. She could have just forgotten about his existence midway through the book and I would have been like, okay. Like, I just felt like, this book is 5 stars, but like Kai and Peyton's chemistry was like radiating off the page. Kit and Peyton, chemistry of like a cardboard box. Chemistry of a cardboard box. And I'm sure that was purposeful on Lauren's part. Go read this if you haven't read it. If you haven't read it, what are you doing? Go pick this up. You will eat it up. It's such an easy read. Not that it's not complex, but it's like an easy world to grasp and really just go into. And it's just like the castle, the balls, But I'm so mad because like the novella is about Adina and I just at this moment don't really care about Adina. Sorry, hot take. I feel like we didn't get to know her and I know that Powerful, the little novella, is about her and I will care about her. But however, at this moment, I do not care about her, so I don't have any desire to read it. So those were all the books I read in May. Here they are. It was a really good month. I rated everything. Most things got a 5 stars except for Fatebreaker got 4.5. Like, great reading month for May. I really just loved every single thing I read, which is great. I really like everything I read, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to plan a bunch of fun videos for June because I want to start like really diving into the YouTube. Diving into the YouTube. So, literally just like, you know, stay tuned, subscribe, stick around in my corner of the internet. I post weekly vlogs, or I try to at least, every single Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, early in the week of the past week, and I always incorporate reading content in those vlogs. They're not reading vlogs specifically, it's mostly like my life. But like, for example, today I recorded so much of my reactions like to Powerless and me freaking out. Like, I just be doing that a lot. I record a lot. So you should definitely check those out if you are interested, because I hate doing reading vlogs because I can't think that much in advance. I don't have that much time to read, and single book reading vlogs feel a little boring if they're not spoilers. So that's all I have to say. Be looking out for those vlogs, and also I'm gonna do a June reset, I think. Don't hold me to that though. Don't hold me to that, guys. Don't hold me to it. But yes, so thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below any books I should read in June, and comment down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them, and if you agree with me on my takes, my hot takes. If you've read Powerless, please comment down below. I need to be talking to people who read this book. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to go now and go start yours truly. Okay, wait, I'm gonna spin. Bye.